Today we are celebrating the 30th anniversary of the Labor Archives and Research Center. Woohoo! The Archives is located on the 4th floor of the J. Paul Leonard Library, and I'm Catherine Powell, the director of the Labor Archives. So, the Labor Archives' mission is to preserve the history of the Bay Area labor movement. And we have records from unions and labor organizations, such as tradeswomen, women who came together in the 1970s and 80s to fight to get into non-traditional work like the construction trades. We have files from labor organizers, such as the women who organized the Lusty Lady, the first unionized strip club in the United States. We have photographs and scrapbooks, such as the one donated by Suko Lee, a young mother who helped organize the first labor unions in Chinatown in 1938. We have incredible artifacts and oral histories in our collection as well. All of these collections are available for students to use for research. And why we did this event was because we wanted you to know that we are here and we're available for your use. Now, we see the role of the Labor Archives as not only to preserve, but to promote the Bay Area's labor history. We do public programming, such as exhibitions, which we currently have one upstairs, please visit. We have author readings and cultural events, such as today's dance performance. We want to make labor history come alive. So on our 30th anniversary, this offered us a chance to explore the important role that women have played in fighting for the rights of working people and gender equality at work. Today's performance features the voices and stories of women whose history is documented in oral histories that are in the archives. Toti Doe, Delia Medina, Molly Martin, Madeline Mixer, Violet Henderson, and Audrey Hudson. So today's performance is brought to you by the wonderful dance troupe Flyaway Productions. Woohoo! The artistic director and choreographer is Joe Kreider. Today's dancers are Sancherie Gilles, Mary Star Hope, Megan Lowe, and Alada Stround. The composer for today's dance performance is Pamela Z. She used archives sources for this as an incredibly beautiful soundscape. And the rigging was done by the wonderful Carl Gillick. Okay, so without further ado, Archives and Outcries.
And if I were asked, and if I were asked,
and if I were asked,
and if I were asked,
and if I were asked, in fact I have been asked,
and if I were asked,
what's changed? What's the primary thing that's changed since you were working in the trades 25 years ago?
and if I were asked,
I would say that sexual harassment is now against the law. And it wasn't against the law when I started.
and if I were asked, 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 and if I were asked,
All right. All right. All right. We'll give you equal pay. We'll give you equal pay. How fast can you type? We'll give you equal pay. We'll reduce the men's pay to the women's pay. How fast can you type? How fast can you type? How fast can you type?
and if I were asked,
So, when I started looking for work, 50% of the jobs were closed to you if you didn't wear a dress. And so I wanted to be a good mechanic, but 50% of the jobs were closed to you if you didn't wear a dress. So it was a woman who interviewed you, and she kind of looked you up and down. She looked at me and said, "I think you'll do fine, You'd have to wear some skimpy costume. I was the only electrician, and it turned out what they wanted was a stripper. It wasn't a term that was identified by anybody. Ultimately, to us, it didn't feel sexual, and so we used to say gender harassment.
Every speck every speck of dust, every speck every speck of dust I've swept, every speck every speck of dust, every speck every speck of dust I've swept. You're gonna throw that broom down. You're gonna throw that broom down. You're gonna throw that broom down until you're allowed to learn. If you push, if you push that broom every day. You're gonna throw that broom down. You're gonna throw that broom down. You're gonna throw that broom down until you're allowed to learn. Put me on the big machine. I'm too fast for the little job. Put me on the big machine. I'm too fast for the little job. Put me on the big machine. I'm too fast for the little job. Put me on the big machine. I'm too fast for the little job. Every speck of dust I've swept. Every speck of dust. Every speck of dust. Every speck of dust.
There's a sense of pride and proudness. You organize and you gain that voice on the job. The people who generally don't have a whole lot of power, Asian American or Asian immigrant. There's not a whole lot of Vietnamese, but there's a lot of immigrant women. The people who generally don't have a whole lot of power, the power, the power, the power, the power, the power, the
Inside the building, we were singing.
Power. When I got to the union, there's a sense of pride and proudness. Now we have somebody from our community work in the union.
Inside the building, we were singing. Inside the building, we were singing. We'll be back. We'll be back. We'll be back. We'll be back. 134 people was arrested that time. But we say, we'll be back. Everybody was screaming. We were in the lobby singing. making a lot of noise. Singing, making a lot of noise. The whole day, always. I never stop. We were in Hilton Hotel, inside the Hilton Hotel, in the lobby. Inside the building, we were singing. Inside the building, we were singing. And then we got the contract for 5 years. Very, very big victory for us.